And they're off. Claudy Boy was slow to begin. Same two for Undercover Kitty. He gone right to the front from Radical Right, the favorite. Vinegar Veggies and Joe is racing fourth up close there, just 2.5 off the lead. Board Certified getting going on the far outside, and Blame BB's flashing up there with speed. Blame BB sent up there all the way up to the second spot as they head to the far turn run. Sedifos has settled some 8 off the pace at Claudy Boy and Undercover Kitty round the turn. He gone from Blame BB. He gone kicks away again from Blame BB. Radical Right is in third, length and a half. Vinegar Veggies is in fourth, and Joe and Board Certified. The outside is Claudy Boy, widest of them all. He gone into the stretch for 1.5 left to go. He gone by 4 lengths as Radical Right, the favorite, is willing and trying hard from second, gradually gaining ground now. Here comes Radical Right at the outside. He gone trying to stay on. He gone just in front, holding 3/4 of a length from Radical Right. Undercover Kitty late interest out of the inside. He gone and Radical Right. Radical Right just up. Radical Right from He gone Undercover Kitty. And they're off. Make the Way Clear and Joe out with early foot. So it's Make the Way Clear and Joe there on the outside. They hook up together the opening furlong. And Espresso Lungo is racing in third, and Caminero followed by Swore and Off Course. And the Thunderer in the back of the pack in between horses moves up a spot. They race down the backstretch and Make the Way Clear. Sets the tempo 3/4 of a length from Joe's second, another 2. Caminero is sent forward to third position, and Espresso Lungo is in fourth. Off Course saving ground in fifth. And back to the Thunderer, second to last position, and Swore is in the back. Has 10 to make up now. Not much change. Make the Way Clear makes the pace from Joe, who's 1.5 behind in second. Caminero is in third. Espresso Lungo on the outside in fourth. Off Course on the inside with a shot just 4 off the pace, and back to the Thunderer follows that group, and Swore trailing the field. Round that far turn, midpoint on the turn. Make the Way Clear, Joe on the outside, and Caminero gets a rail run. Espresso Lungo is in fourth. Off Course on the inside in fifth, and the Thunderer and Swore. They make the turn for home with 1/4 mile left to go. Joe and Caminero down to the inside. Joe just in front, about a half length from Caminero, battling on the inside. They open up an Off Course in third. The Thunderer has moved into fourth. Joe with a furlong to go. Joe opening up 2 lengths from Caminero second. Off Course getting interested late in the game, but it is Joe in front. Joe pulling away from Caminero, and Off Course going to be close second. Joe. Second will be Caminero. And they're off in the Maryland Juvenile Championship. Good break for Gallant Gold on the outside. Coastal Mission with early speed, and Mr. Mox is joining in on the inside, and Royal Spy and Locomotive to make 5 almost right in line. A Lot of Hope is next to the inside, and then in between horses is Shady Money. Crabs and Beer also there in between in that flight, and Uncle Irish and Joe's on the outside, racing the back of the pack with Kobe Tough and 110 trailing the field. 9 or 10 lengths will cover the field. Royal Spy's got plenty of company. Mr. Mox on the inside, a Locomotive in between horses, and A Lot of Hope is looking to join out of the inside. In the meantime, Gallant Gold races fifth on the far outside. As they round that far turn, Joe trying to advance on the far outside, about 4 or 5 wide. Opening quarter extremely sharp, 23.02. Locomotive still there with Mr. Mox racing down to the inside of Royal Spy. Just in behind him is A Lot of Hope is blooming with some run, and Gallant Gold driving hard to the far outside. And Joe's going to be widest into the stretch, followed by Coastal Mission, who's next, and Crabs and Beer is there, only 5 or 6 from the front into the stretch after a half, and 47.26 furlong left to go. And here comes Joe. Joe's on the go on the outside. Joe's in front from Mr. Mox. On the inside, A Lot of Hope is getting through to run on strongly into the second spot. And then Coastal Mission, it's Joe. Joe gets it done. A Lot of Hope was second, and Coastal Mission was third, followed by Mr. Mox. And then 110. And they're off. Mr. Mox and Joe, hard hustle to run on the trail, sharp break is sent up right there too into that turn run. The far outside is Shady Money about the 4 path, and Nadagar, and outkicked by the speed is Lord Mio's in the back. Around that turn, and it's Run on the Trail up front. Run on the Trail wants the lead, grabs it by 2 from Mr. Mock. Shuffle back second. Shady Money on the outside, and Nadagar. And next is Joe. Joe's still saving that ground there. 3 lengths from the pace up ahead, and Lord Mio is in the back. 7 or 8 from the front with 6 furlongs left to go. First quarter mile, 23.39 for Run on the Trail. Walkshot takes him along. Leads the length from Mr. Mox is in the second spot. In between horses is Nadagar. Shady Money on the outside. Joe's on the inside there, just a couple of lengths from the lead. And Lord Mio has 7 or 8 to make up at this point. Run on the Trail from Mr. Mox still. Run on the Trail a half length from Mr. Mox and Shady Money. Joe ridden for more in 4th as they round the far turn. They're followed by Nadagar after a 47.52 half mile. And Lord Mio's got to pick it up. Into the far turn, Mr. Mox and Shady Money. They're followed by Run on the Trail. It gives way in 3rd. Joe's come off the inside. Joe Hart hustle there from 3rd position, and Nadagar on the outside. Top of the stretch with a quarter of a mile left to run. Mr. Mox takes them for home. Here comes Joe. Joe now finds her between horses. Is coming gamely. Joe's on the go, and Mr. Mox is trying to dig. Shady Money out in the center of the track. Top of the stretch now, and here's Joe set down by Carrasco. Joe, 1 furlong to go for Joe. Joe's in front of length and a half from Mr. Mox, then Shady Money in 3rd. Last 16th of a mile, and it's 3 in a row for Joe. Joe gets it done again. Joe by 2.5 from Shady Money, and Mr. Mox is 3rd, and Nadagar. And they're off into private term stakes. Conclusive asks for early speed from the rail. Shake 'em loose on the far outside. Microstar and Locomotive is right there into the first turn run. So it's going to be Conclusive to set the pace. Leads about a length and a half in front now from Locomotive in 2nd. Microstar on the outside. Joe, the favorite, is 4th inside. Next is Shake 'em Loose is racing in 5th. The Majestic Frontier another 7 lengths back, and Eagle and Love trailing, getting grinders at the back of the pack as Conclusive shows the way. It's a clear lead by 2 lengths with 6 furlongs left to go from Locomotive and Microstar. Here's Joe traveling in 4th position, appears comfortable, about 6 lengths off of Conclusive, and then Shake 'em Loose on the outside of Majestic Frontier, double digits back to Eagle and Love. The opening quarter was 23.73, so Conclusive sets a solid pace, leads it by about 4 to 5 lengths from Locomotive in 2nd. Joe still down inside there 3rd. Microstar 4th. Shake 'em Loose is 5th on the outside. Majestic Frontier well in advance still of Eagle and Love, is yet to pick it up. Heading into the far turn run. Conclusive still there. 47.59 was a half mile, but Shake 'em Loose is closing in. Shake 'em Loose moves to 2nd on the outside, and Locomotive, Joe ridden along from 4th, still at an even clip with 3 furlongs left to go. Joe has 6 to make up as Conclusive is still going, with Shake 'em Loose challenging on the outside. 3 more lengths back, and Locomotive, Joe is 4th out of the clear, and then Majestic Frontier is 5th, and Microstar still well back to Eagle and Love. Here into the stretch, Shake 'em Loose. Shake 'em Loose with Joe looming up on the outside of the center of the track. Here comes Joe. Joe on the outside and Shake 'em Loose. Joe trying to get straightened up, shifted in just a little bit. Shake 'em Loose has got the advantage. 1 furlong left to go. A 2-length lead on Joe, who's trying to reach on the outside. Shake 'em Loose, Joe's 2nd, a 16th left. Shake 'em Loose and Charlie Marquez. Shake 'em Loose in the private terms to win by 2. Joe was 2nd and Locomotive was 3rd. Majestic Frontier Conclusive. And they're off into Federico Tesio. Joe, sharp beginning. Joe by Jet and Shake 'em Loose, 3 in a line there as they charge to that turn run, and Secret Alliance on the far outside to make 4 in a line. In behind them there is Smart Enough, back in 5th position around the turn. Ground saving South Street, only 2.5 lengths from the front. No need to worry on the far outside. Back to Mr. Jefferson and Baltimore Bullet in the back. About 8 lengths will cover the field. So Vine Jet, 7/8 of a mile left to go. Joe rating just off that one in 2nd spot, and Secret Alliance out 3 deep in 3rd position. Shake 'em Loose is in 4th. The opening quarter, 24.94. So an easy pace here in the Federico Tesio Stakes. Length and a half more, and Smart Enough travels in 5th. South Street asks for a little more there from 6th out of the inside. No need to worry, and Mr. Jefferson and Baltimore Bullet at the back. It's Vine Jet showing the way ahead in front from Joe. Then the outside still Secret Alliance, and Shake 'em Loose right in behind the lead there in 4th. And South Street quickens up on the inside as asked for a little more run. South Street put right in there as they around that far turn run, half mile 49.63. So into the far turn they go. And there goes Joe. Joe and Secret Alliance on the outside and smarten up, rallying deep out. Vine Jet back and forth. Shake 'em Loose travels in 5th position, and Mr. Jefferson's only 4 from the front now. No need to worry. Is next. South Street has dropped to second to last position, and Baltimore Bullet trailing the field. Top of the stretch, Joe's got a battle on his hands there. Joe, the outside, smarten up. In between horses, Secret Alliance. Joe fending off Secret Alliance. Here's Mr. Jefferson on the outside. Mr. Jefferson's coming to second now. Joe's got the lead, a furlong left to go. Mr. Jefferson, it's Mike Trombetta 1-2 in the Federico Tesio Stakes. Mr. Jefferson, Joe. Joe's giving all the inside. Mr. Jefferson up and down. Joe got it. Joe from Mr. Jefferson. Then it was Shake 'em Loose, followed by Secret Alliance and Smarten Up.